Hey, this is Saflevari from LickNRiff.com, and it's time for another viewer request. In this video, we're going to learn how to play a fingerstyle arrangement I've made especially for you guys and girls of Ronan Keating's When You Say Nothing at All, the song from the movie Notting Hill, the chick flick that guys actually enjoyed, but would never admit it. So, let me play it first so you can hear how it goes and also see how it goes. And then we're going to break it down lick by lick with tabs on the screen and everything. And I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So it goes like this. First you'll listen to it and then you'll learn it and play it yourself. It goes like this. So, you can play this freely. This is an arrangement. You don't have to play exactly as in the original song. Now, there are 4 chords here, and throughout the song. It's G, okay? And all chords contain the G and D notes on the 3rd fret on the E and B strings, with your pinky and 3rd finger. So, G, this is a full G chord. It's actually a G chord. It's not G9 or G6 or anything. It's a G. So I like to call it a full G chord. D sus4 and C9. Now, the only exception being that the D chord actually begins as a D chord and then turns into a D sus4 chord. The pinky adds itself after you play the D chord. Okay, so let's just outline this, and then I'll show you ways you can play along. You can play around with it. You play G. Okay, it's just the E string, the G bass, then G string, E string, high E string, again G note, then the G. So it's G, 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 G. Okay? All of these are G notes in 3 different octaves. And then, instead of the G string, at the end, you can play the B string. Okay? Okay, just... No, open B string. Doesn't sound good. And then D, again it's the D bass and the G string, and then on the E string it's 2, 3, okay, D to D sus4, and then C, C9, and it's basically the same move as in the G chord, it's just that this time you play the A string. So, or you can play, okay, the A, G, E, B, or A, D, A, G, E, G. And then on D, it's almost the same. It's, again, it's D, G, E, and then it's 2 again, and you hammer on the 3. Okay, this is the intro. Now you can play it. You can change the rhythm a little. You can add strings. You can play the B string. You can harmonize with different strings. Just play what sounds good to you. Okay, any rhythm pattern you put on these chords will sound great because these chords sound great. No matter what you do, you can't ruin it. Even if you change the rhythm completely. Okay, you see, these chords cannot be ruined. They can be ruined, but you have to go to a great length to ruin them. Let's begin the song. Now, you begin with an open B string, G chord. You don't have to put anything on but the bass note. Okay, that's all. It's G, 3 times B string. That's all. So you can harmonize with the G and D strings, or just with one of them. Okay? Whatever sounds good to you. And then it's D, D bass, 2 0 0 on the G string. C. Okay, it's A string, G string twice, then you push these 2 notes to 4 and 5. These were at 2 and 3, and you push it to 4 and 5. And you play the G string when you do it. Okay? And then the A bass at 5, which is a D bass, and then you slide it back again, and you can either play an open G string twice or pull off for the first 0. Okay? Pull off without pull off. Then you play the intro again. So this line again: G, D, C. You don't have to put the first finger on the B string because you don't need it. Push, slide it forward, slide it back, and intro. And then you play the G, the first G and D licks again. G, open B string, D, 2 0 0 on the G string, and then on C you just you put a C chord on and you just take the first finger off, and it's a C major 7. Now contextually, the harmony is still a C chord. The note, the G, the open B string is the melody. So the ear hears a C chord. It's not a C major 7 chord. You see, this sounds strange. It doesn't fit in the song. So technically, it's a C chord. Even though you play in the fingerstyle arrangement, you play a C major 7 chord. Okay? So you just play it. You play A, D, G, B strings. And then it's D, D bass, 2, pull off to 0 on the G string, and you play the open B string. And you guessed it, you play the intro again. So, G, D, C. This is not a C major 7. D. Now, C. You play the A and D strings together, and then G string 3 times. Then you play the C bass again, just because the C chord is still on, so you have to remind the ear that you're on a C chord. Okay, so, and then G string, B string. Again, with nothing on, it's just open strings. And then D. Again, it's just the 2, but this time you play this before the D bass. So it's 2 on the G string, D bass, 2, 2, 2 on the G string again. Okay, this is confusing, so bear with me. Okay, G string, D string, G string twice. And then 2 pull off to 0 on the D string this time. And now we're in a pickle. How do we continue to play the D chord? The melody is in the bass note. It's simple. We just invert the chord. We take the F sharp into the bass and we turn it into a D over F sharp for a second. So, okay. And we turn it, we actually, this F sharp, A, and D is a D chord. D has A, D, and F sharp. Okay, so this is also a D chord. I'm here to teach. Here is knowledge. So again, okay, you can even just play the F sharp note, and you're okay. So, okay. You can play the F sharp and then the D bass again, and you're fine. And then G, just like the first line, open B string 3 times. Then D, just like the second line, 2 0 0 on the G string. Now, C, it's A string, G string, D string. And then 4, pull off to 2 on the G string. Okay? Now, there are 2 ways to do this lick. Because you have to play a D string, you have almost a complete bar left. No, you actually have a complete bar left. Okay, and this sounds kind of simple. So you can do this. This is also simple, but it's more interesting than this, because you've heard this chord before in the intro, and you haven't heard this one yet. We've heard it for a second here, but we haven't actually played the entire chord. So, 4, pull off to 2, and just complete the chord with 5 and 4 on the A and D strings. So it's 5 on A, 4 on D, 2 on G. Okay? It's a D chord. It's another D chord. We've had this, and we've had this. This is turning into a D chord masterclass. Haven't planned it, but that's how it turned out. So, entire line again. G, D, C, pull off. Okay, and you can fill it any way you want. You can pick this chord any way you want. Doesn't matter, you have only one bar. It won't matter to anybody how you pick it. Now for the chorus. But before we go into the chorus, let's go over the verse again. G, D, C, slide back, intro. Okay, and then G and D lines again. C, major 7, D, G, intro again. And then C, bass again, D, F sharp, G, and D lines again, C, pull off and turn it into D on the bass notes, and pick it any way you want. Now, the chorus. G. Okay, with 3 on the B string. It's a D note, it's this chord. So, okay, I harmonize with the G string. Okay, just because it's nice. And because finally there's a place in this song to harmonize. And then D. And you play the D note 2 more times. So D, 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 D. Very melodic. C. 3 and 1 on the B string. Then open B string, D. Okay? Okay, so it's B string, D string, 2 on the G string. And then it's, okay, it's hammer on from 0 to 2 on the G string, the note you just played. This returns. And then it's this again. The G with open B, and then 0, 1, 3 on the B string, and along with the 3 you play the C bass. Okay, it's a C chord again, and then 1, 0, 0, and again with the D5. Every time you play this, it's D5. Okay? Contextually, it's D, but we don't hear this note anywhere. I don't know if you've noticed, we don't hear this note in this arrangement. There's no place to put it because it will interrupt with the melody. I've tried. Where were we? Here. C, D. Again, 0, 1, 3, 1, 0, 0, D, 2 on the G string. Then it's just a simple G arpeggio. Okay, it's B string, G string, D string, and then it's D5 again. So 2 on the G string, open D string, 2 on the G string again, open B string. So it's, you can also hammer on the first A note. Okay, it's nice. And then 2-0 on the G string, this time with the C bass. And then you have to put it back on. Okay, 0-0, hammer on to 2. And then open B string again. Open B string again with the D bass. The chorus is a little confusing to explain. It's really simple to play after I've explained it, but it's really difficult to explain because of all those zeros and twos. And it's the same zeros and twos. They don't even change strings. It's the same notes. So it's confusing. Again. Okay, this was on C. Then, okay, it's this again. It's actually, you can call it a D6, but again, it's just in the arrangement. Okay, in the song it's D, and this is the melody note, so it's on D. So it's open B string, D string, 2 on the G string. Now, head of the C chord, the 3 and the 2, open G string 3 times. Okay? And now you can do this. Okay, if you want, you don't have to. And you slide it 2 frets up to 5 and 4. Okay, this you can fill with whatever notes you like, or just keep it silent. Actually, not silent, you can keep it ringing. And then the final line. It's 0, 2, 4, hammer on from 2 to 4, instead of playing the 4 twice. Okay, you just embellish the second time. 2, 0, 0. And we're back to the beginning. Okay, so now, before we go through the chorus again and then go into demonstrating how you can embellish this and make it a fuller sound and just make your own arrangement of this, before we go into all that, I just want to remind you that you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and to keep updated, because I upload a new lesson every couple of days, so just click subscribe and keep updated. And after you finish watching this lesson, go to the website, download the tab, and you can print it and just have a paper printout ready for reference in case you need it in the middle of the night if you just want to play it and your computer is off. And while you're there, if you want to give something back to LickNRiff and also help make more of these free lessons, you can click the donation button and donate whatever you like, whatever you can, and I'd be really grateful for any donation whatsoever. And even if you don't donate, that's okay, I'll still make these lessons, but the donations do help, and any donation goes back straight to LickNRiff. So let's go over the chorus again. It goes like this. 3 on the B string, D, Okay, this lick repeats itself throughout the chorus. Okay, the open B string, open D string, 2 on the G string. So we'll call it lick 1. G, C, lick 1, lick 1, G, D, C, lick 1, C, back to the intro. Okay, now let's make this interesting. As you've seen, every time you have one note that you repeat, you can harmonize with the string above it, or with the string 2 strings above it, if it's not a D string. If it's a D string and you have this note, you can't harmonize it with the A bass, because your bass note is supposed to be D. So it's basically good for G and C. So okay, you can harmonize with the G and D strings, also with C. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Can't harmonize. Okay, and then remember this? Okay, so there's not many places where you can harmonize, but almost on any G chord you can harmonize with different strings. There aren't many dead spaces in this song where there's no melody whatsoever playing, but wherever there are, you can just pick the chord, just like here. Okay? Okay, just pick the chord. Or you can do... Okay, you can even use this note from the C chord. Okay? This doesn't necessarily sound good, so you don't have to do it. But you can, because it's an open space. There's no melody note. The melody notes are these. Okay, and you have half a bar left. So you either leave it open or not. And there was this chord before the chorus, remember? This. So you can build an entire D chord and just play with it. Okay, you can do that as well. You can do it if you want. Do whatever feels good for you. If you want to embellish things, if you want to change a way I play something, then you can. It's my arrangement. You don't have to play it just like I do. For example, if you want to play this, remember this line from the middle of the verse, and you want to slide into 4, which is the same note as the open B string. This is B. You can, but then returning to the intro is a bit of a problem. Because if you want to keep this note ringing, you have to either bar or put the thumb on, and then you have to squeeze your hand and put a finger on 3 and 3. So I've made this arrangement as comfortable as possible. I've tried out different embellishments, and this is the best I came up with. It's the most comfortable and the most melodic. But again, you play it the way you want to hear it. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson, because I did. And I thank you very much for watching. Now go download the tab, go get this under your fingers, donate something if you want to, and if you can. If you can't, don't. Enjoy it, and just play your own arrangement. Have fun with this one. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching.